to the Gun Shop with me, John.
And me, Cameron.
And today we're talking about something we are extremely passionate about.
The Chameau.
Chameau is not just a footwear brand, it is a way of life. You get this green box, you open your green box, you have beautiful crisp yellowish paper. And out of the green box comes these. Your life-changing artifact.
So these are the Chameau Neos. So they're the full zip neoprene lined wellies. We both own a pair. They're both fantastic, really comfortable. Bit biased, but
yeah,
they're just good boots.
Yeah. So we'll start with the colour. The colour's important.
Yeah, it's nice and green, blends in well, goes with pretty much everything.
It's Le Chameau green.
You can get them in other colours.
But why would you?
Exactly, why would you?
Sole, it's a single piece sole. It's over moulded, but it's just a hard rubber sole, so you're not paying for any extreme traction or beautiful vibram or anything like that, which keeps the weight down. And people go, oh, they're not as comfortable. They're like walking on air.
It's like slipping on a pair of slippers and going out for a shoot day. They're super comfortable. You can wear them all day long, and they keep you nice and warm. And yeah, nice and waterproof. They are very warm.
Yeah. So everyone's been saying they've been made in China recently. Haven't. They've been made in Morocco for like the last 35 years. They did have a factory in France, but because they're French, they weren't working particularly hard, and I think they found it a little bit better to make production
in Morocco. Yeah,
and they're still master bootmakers.
Yeah, I believe there's some parts of it are still produced in France, as they were saying.
Yeah, if that makes you feel better, yeah.
But
don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care. They're still the same boot.
It's the same boot, made of the same rubber,
just in a different place.
So there is faults with them. The first fault is that they are not wee-proof, so if you use them around horses or cows or any livestock, it voids the warranty if you don't then wash them afterwards, because the natural rubber, if you don't treat it after taking it in ammonia-filled solutions, aka wee, will break down and they'll crack, and then people get angry because, oh, my boot's cracked, because you've been tromping around in poo without cleaning them or feeding natural rubber. They're not plastic like a lot of their knockoff copies. The zip, if you don't clean the zip, it will stay down. However, I've had mine for 5 years now, and I've never had any zip problems. Just make sure you look after them a little bit.
Yeah, well, I've had mine for a year. I haven't done anything to them yet, but they're going well. Gonna grease up the zip again, but
we keep looking down.
Yeah,
shall we?
I might as well.
These are our boots. We love our boots. I find it ironic that though the difference in height, we have the same height of Chameau. This is my main gripe with Chameau, is they don't increase in height. They do like what, a millimetre. But these are a size 12 and yours are what, size 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's annoying, but it's not really a problem. We love our boots. They stink.
Yeah, they smell like death.
Yeah. The problem is they are so hot that when it's not cold enough to wear them, you still wear them, that you do sweat a bit. But it's okay, if you buy the neoprene ones, you can fill them full of boiling water with bleach and it will just kill the smell fairly instantly, empty them out, fill them full of normal water to wash it out, or else you'll rot the leather. My neoprene's like half the thickness, and it's all warm around the top.
Probably because it's just warm.
Yeah, probably. That's what happens when you wear them. Last but not least, the price on these beautiful boots, not these are not for sale.
But these beautiful boots, is £255, I believe.
Yeah, it's a bargain. That's £255 as opposed to £2.55,
yeah,
£25.50. So, why would you pay £250 on a pair of boots? I don't know. But you do, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't regret it. I'm due a new pair soon. I must have worn these, I'd like to think 500 or 600 times. That works out to about 50p a wear. If I said to you, do you want to borrow a pair of Chameaus to walk around the yard for 50p, would you give me 50p?
Yeah.
What about, would you give me 50p every time over the next 5 years?
Probably not, I'll just buy my own pair.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That is the logic of Chameaus.
Yeah.
These are not the only pair available to you, unfortunately. They do make life difficult. If you want to be cheap and have a not proper pair of Chameaus, you buy these with a gusset. Instead of a full zip, so you get less calf support, you have
a buckle.
A buckle.
Fully adjustable.
Yeah, and fully rippable as well.
Yes.
You know, These will never break. These will never break. These, if you catch that, they rip.
It just rips off.
It just rips off.
And you walk around
with
with
this
a
dangly
buckle.
plastic thing. They're not as comfortable. They're not as good. However, they are significantly cheaper. So you can't knock buying a pair of these.
It's still acceptable.
Yeah, still very acceptable.
They still look nice.
Yeah, they're still a Chameau.
But if you're going to treat yourself
Treat
to a bit neoprene or...
stick on a credit card. I mean, they're worth getting in debt over. They really are. But yeah, some people prefer these because of the fit, and I can appreciate that. But just buy the zips.
Yeah.
Or these are called the Chasseur cuir. The Chasseur leather. These are the daddy. However, you can't abuse them quite the same.
No.
These are leather lined versus these,
Neoprene.
which have 4mm neoprene and a blue liner. The blue liner gives me some kind of weird. It's the colour. All right, I just got to say one more time that these are the boot. You know, where we grew up in the country in England. If you don't own Chameaus,
you're not from the countryside.
you're not one of us. I'm sorry, you're just not one of us. Generally accepted as neoprene. However, the leather lines are, well, they're quite a lot more money.
£340.
Yeah, but you know, that's some craftsmanship right there. They are still warm, they are still nice. They don't have quite the same warmth and abuse capacity as those, and I don't honestly find them as comfortable. However,
they do look...
they're less hot and less sweaty and less stinky.
And I think with the leather on the inside, they look nicer.
They look better.
But how many times are you looking at the inside of your welly boot?
I've spent most of my life dating into my wellies. You have to. £255, you've got to appreciate every penny.
Just wear them.
Alright, so I'm sure we're going to get a load of reviews. I'd love to hear your thoughts. For those of you who've never tried a pair on, or perhaps just don't quite understand, please let us know your thoughts. I'm sure we're going to get a load of...
Why would you spend that?
£255 for a pair of wellies?
I'd rather spend £5 on a pair from a different shop.
Yeah, well, good for you.
Yeah.
I'd rather walk 20 miles in my wellies than yours.
Yeah, the comfort is pretty much unmatched. I wouldn't choose anything else.
I put my wellies on over just about every other pair of footwear.
Yeah.
Go to Tesco's, chuck your Chameaus on. Going for a drive, chuck your Chameaus on.
They are quite easy to drive in, I have to say.
Well, they're really slim as well, yeah.
I find them quite comfortable to drive in, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm happy to drive in them, walk in them. I'd wear them around the house if I wouldn't get beheaded for it. I think it's more than a few times I've been lobbed out the front door because I kind of just kick them off in the kitchen. But
Yeah.
I feel like they're worth looking after.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that with boots covered in chalk, blood, crap, properly ingrained.
Yeah.
But if you don't use them, what's the point? I've got a split.
That's covered under warranty in the first few years, isn't it?
It's not a split. That's just probably where I've kicked something sharp.
But yeah, that's the other thing. The only other downside is if you like to try a pair fashionable and wear your zip all the way down.
It's just comfortable. It airs your legs.
Yeah.
Whereas you end up with sweaty trouser bottoms.
Yeah, only problem is it starts to flex when you take your steps and it can just pop your zip out. So it's just worth zipping them up a little bit. But other than that...
So, in conclusion, I love these. He loves those.
Very much.
And you should love these. They're a real integral part of all country life. If you've been seen wearing them, it is country fashion. You can't not have a pair of Chameaus. You know, a lot of people own other things, and that's fine. I'm not biased or judgmental, but if you're not wearing Chameaus, you're not my friend. Right, we were told not to make this conclusion biased, but it's really hard. Once you've owned a pair of these, you will be so in love. It's a bit like owning a Fiat, is that people who own them say they're great, but no one else understands it until you've wasted that money.
Yeah.
But these aren't a waste of money.
No,
They're
not
a
at all.
damned investment. You know, I use mine lightly. I fairly lightly. I wear them every damn day for a walk, and I wear them full days on shoot days. I wear them to drive to work some days when I can't bother to lace up my boots. I couldn't be without them. They're much a part of me as my left hand.
That's a serious part.
It's an important part.
Yeah. I know keepers, I'm sure you know keepers that only wear Chameaus.
Yeah.
Every
day.
Every single day.
Day in,
day
day
out. For the whole year, including shoot days.
And they'll do them 2 years.
Yeah. And if
5
that 2
years.
years is over, what, 700 odd days or something.
Well done. Good maths. Well done.
Pretty good.
Thank you very much for watching. Please let us know your thoughts upon these very expensive boots. I don't think they're expensive. You'd pay it for leather boots, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
In a heartbeat. A pair of Mendel's is £200–250, and people buy Mendel's lowers, that sort of thing, for that money all day long.
Just because it's a welly doesn't mean you shouldn't spend money on it.
It's more comfortable than a boot.
Yeah, and if you don't understand what it's like to own £250 worth of wellies, then come here and try a pair on.
Walk around the shop for 10 minutes and tell me they're not the best thing you've ever put on your feet.
It's a fact.
You don't have to come here.
You can go anywhere. Try
Go
on.
anywhere that sells Chameau. You know, I'm not even fussed about making profit on these. It's just like spreading the gospel. And that is all I have to say.
Yeah.
They are like a religion.
A very comfortable religion.
Amen. See you later, guys. Sorry for being quite so farcical, and I promise a more serious product review next week. Take care.
Goodbye.
Step down.